Dear students, welcome to my online class. In this video, we are about to see some of the basic principles of organic chemistry. So before entering into the video, let me introduce about the organic chemistry. In this slide, you are seeing different types of pictures. You are seeing carrots, a couple of rabbits, a wooden table, men and women, and dolphins. So there is a basic relationship between all these things you are seeing, and that thing is the backbone of organic chemistry. So the thing that relates all these pictures you are seeing is carbon. So carrots containing beta carotene, which is composed of carbon, and all the living beings is composed of carbons, and of course the wooden table, when the wooden table is also composed of carbon. So the basic thing is carbon. So organic chemistry deals with carbon containing compounds. So what is organic chemistry? So organic chemistry means the study of carbon and its compounds. Of course, carbon along with hydrogen, which is known as hydrocarbon. So organic chemistry is the study of hydrocompounds and its derivatives. Hydrocarbon means a combination of hydrogen and carbon. Hydrocarbon derivatives means some of the compounds which are derived from this hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrocarbons can be classified broadly into two types. One is aliphatic and number two is aromatic. We will see about this aliphatic and aromatic compounds a little detail in our coming classes. So as far as now, hydrocarbons can be classified into aliphatic and aromatic. In this slide, we are going to see about homolysis and heterolysis. And in this picture, you are seeing two same type of dolls, which is otherwise called as homo, and lysis, which means a breaking. So homolysis means a symmetrical breaking or same type of breaking. The definition for homolytic fission is, in a covalent bond, if each atom separates with one electron, which leads to the formation of radicals, then such type of cleavage or such type of bond breaking is known as homolytic fission. Whereas heterolytic fission is a bond breaking in which any one of the atom carry both the electrons, which results in the formation of a negative charge and a positive charge. Let me explain with an example. So in this picture, you can see a green atom and a red atom. Both are combined with a covalent bond, which is represented as a white rectangle. And in a covalent bond, there are two electrons which are represented by two black color arrows. So when homolysis occurs, each atom carries one electron. That means symmetrically cleaved. So it is called as homolysis, symmetrical breaking. On the other hand, whereas heterolysis occurs, in which the green atom carries both the electron, leaving the red atom without any electrons. Hence, such type of unsymmetrical breaking is known as heterolysis. The product obtained from homolysis are known as radicals, whereas the product obtained from heterolysis are termed as ions. Here is one more example. In the first example, that is at the top, you are seeing there are two atoms, both are same, A and A. They are connected by a covalent bond, and each covalent bond carries two electrons. So if homolytic cleavage occurs, each A atom carries one electron, and the product is a free radical. In the below diagram or in the below equation, you see there are two different atoms joined by a covalent bond, and in the heterolytic cleavage, the two electrons are carried by the B atom. Hence, the B becomes negative charge anion, whereas A becomes a positive charge cation. Here are the examples for homolysis. When ethane cleaves under the presence of light, it becomes methyl free radical, and this is an example for homolytic fission. When ethanol breaks, an ethanol has two different parts, a methyl part and OH part. If it breaks heterolytically, and the product obtained are ions, a methyl ion and hydroxide ion. Now it's the time to see about reagents. A reagent is a compound or a mixture that is added to a chemical system to cause a chemical reaction. So organic reaction consists of basically two types of reagents. Number one is electrophile and number two is nucleophile. So the word electrophile is a mixture or is a combination of two words, electro and phile. Phile means loving. So electrophile means electron loving, whereas nucleophile means nucleus loving. Electrophile is a reagent that is attracted to the region of negative charge, and it is an electron pair acceptor. So electrophile is deficient of electrons, hence it loves electron. On the other hand, the definition of nucleophile is it is a reagent that is attracted to the regions of positive charge or electron deficient sites, hence it is an electron pair donor. A nucleophile is rich in electron, hence it carries negative charge, whereas electrophile is electron deficient species and hence it carries a positive charge. So electrophile is a positive charge species and it loves the negative charge electrons, whereas nucleophile is negative charge species, it loves the positive charge nucleus. So just now we have seen there are two types of reagents, one is nucleophile and another one is electrophile. Nucleophiles can also be classified into two types. Number one is neutral nucleophiles. So neutral nucleophiles are nucleophiles that does not carry any charge but they are rich in electrons. In the examples water, hydrogen sulfide and ammonia, you have seen though they are not carrying any charges, they are rich in electrons. The electrons they carry, they can donate, can be represented as two dots. The other type of nucleophile is a negative nucleophiles. So nucleophiles that carry negative charge are called as nucleophiles. So in those chemical species, you see there is a negative charge, a bromide ion, hydroxide ion, thiolate ion, and azide ion. So all those species is carrying a negative charge, hence these are classified as negative nucleophiles. Similar to nucleophiles, electrophiles can also be divided into two types. Number one is neutral electrophiles. Electrophiles that do not carry any charge but they are poor in electrons are known as neutral nucleophiles. Examples are BF3, aluminum trichloride and sulfur trichloride. These are electron deficient species. The other type is positive electrophiles. So electrophiles which carry positive charge are known as positive electrophiles. Here are the examples: nitronium ion, methyl ion and acetylium ion. So these species carry positive charge, hence it is known as positive electrophiles. Dear students, in this video we have learnt about some of the basic principles along with some basic concepts like homolysis, heterolysis and some two different types of reagents used in organic chemistry. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. We'll meet you again.